Tell him I need my money right now. Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup it, but don't waste my energy, my energy. I don't got much, don't be wasting all my energy. I keep it tight, don't let nobody get close to me. My heart is right, don't question my integrity. No, I thought we would be just fine, and I thought your heart was like mine. But let me find out, you've been going around throwing shots, running plots. Come on, man, tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true, true. Tell him I need my money right now. Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup it. Don't waste my loyalty, my loyalty. I let you in back then because I couldn't see, but now it's clear you ain't ever been true to me. My intuition ain't ever lied, I had to leave. Handle your business, do what you think you need to do to get your revenge. But you won't break me, God as my witness. Past the point of no return, I'm on a mission. Tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true, true. Tell him I need my money right now. Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup it. Don't waste my.
She's putting all of her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that you'll be able to win this one. But she's somebody else in the making. First, she just gotta stop all the faking, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like she's whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Somebody say, don't be afraid of loving yourself, 'cause that is all you got in the end. You got in the end. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like she's whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. to myself, cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself, cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that'll make her feel better? Make her feel better. And that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Yeah, that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself, cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself, cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own.
Yeah. I want a house in the hills I pay big bills for. I ain't got in pocket. I wanna empty out my wallet. I wanna stop motion, stand still. Wallace and Gromit. I wanna talk more endlessly. I wanna neurotically vomit. I want more dollars from my mama. I want a palace in Prada. I want a Gucci bag where I can store my sorrows and hardships. I wanna gold plate my partners. I want endless tomorrows. I want a lot more than I got right now. That's the problem. You could give me every little thing I'd ever want, but I'd never have enough till the day I had it all. Yeah, you can give me every little thing I ever want, but I'd never have enough till the day I had it all.
Oh, I see what you want, baby, but it might be just a little more than I can give you.
Second thought, I want $1 for everyone, not just my mama. I wanna hit the ball out on random pedestrians. I want my questions to be answered till my brain bored and questionless. I want more self-assurance. I don't ever want to second guess. I want so shut the fuck up. Lest he trying to tell me yes again. I want so many best friends that I can't tell what friendship is. I want the diamonds, gold, and glitter. I want fast cars I'll never whip. I want it all till I'm empty in my castle of everything.
Oh, I see what you want, baby, but it might be just a little more than I can give you.
I want a pushy job that pay big bills and cheap thrills. Wanna mob out with my homies like Timmy, Tommy, and Dill. I'm not trying to be famous, okay, maybe a lil. Since I'm a rapper, I should buy me some grills and gold frills that I can sleep on while I contemplate pills and peep on, hold still. Might sedate you, just a fire at will. I got an appetite for hardship, big fish meets krill. Don't sleep, don't spill, I ain't got my fill. I want the beauty queen to make me show my pearly whites. The type of movie scene that make you count your blessings twice. It's not the only thing that's on my list, I checked it twice and sent it off to Santa's elves like I've been playing nice. I see what you want. Oh, I see what you want. Oh, I see what you want. But it might be a little more than I
Give you.
You broke my heart a million times. Can't count the times I made you cry. Oh, we're such a mess now, and we're burning out. I get so sad at the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. I can't bear the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. You're still perfect as the day goes by. Even the worst ones hate, they make me smile. I stopped the world.
Good morning.
If it would give us time, yeah, to work things out.
Good morning.
To work things
Where
out,
is my Bible?
to work things out.
time to get my vitamin.
To work things out, to work things out. Can we be honest? You're my comfort zone. Whatever I say, don't let me go. I know you're angry, babe, and I am cold. I get so sad at the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. I can't bear the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. You're still perfect as the day goes by. Even the worst ones, hey, they make me smile. I stop the world if it would give us time, yeah, to work things out, to work things out. To work things out, to work things out, yeah, yeah. To work things out, to work things out. Oh, yeah. To work things out, to work things out. To work things out, to work things out. To work things out, to work things out.
Got it. Made it in time.
To work things out, to work things out.
Just in time.
To work things out, to work things out.
Made it just in time, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are having a wonderful morning. You remember yesterday I posted a video on my timeline. I'm not sure if some of you guys follow my Instagram. No, you know what? I put it on Instagram and on YouTube. It was a short video. It was video of the rain coming down hard here in LA. I was like, yo, man, today is one of those days that you just chill at home. Nice and it was one of those days that you just should be chilling at home. It was one of those days you should just be chilling at home with your girl, with your guy, ordering pizza and watching Netflix and having sex all day long. It was cold, it was wet, it was raining. That was yesterday. Today, I said it only rains in California. That was the caption. I said it never rains in Southern California. Because I said we only get about 10 days of rain a year, it seems like. Today is dry. And it seems to be dry for the foreseeable future. At least that's what my forecast said. And it's dry and it's sunny and it's warm right now. The very next day. That was 7 vitamins. I just took 7 vitamins. I take them every single day. Over the counter. I take my vitamins so I don't have to take prescriptions. You see how I did that? I take my vitamins so I don't have to take prescriptions. I take a multivitamin. I take CoQ10. I take multivitamin, I take CoQ10, I take a fiber, I take a omega-3. I'm like, what is this called? Fish oil, omega-3. I take not an antibiotic, I can't think of the damn vitamins I take. I just woke up. I was up so late, I took a nap, fell back asleep and woke up. And then I can't think all the vitamins I take, you guys. Now I'm upset. I was about to say antibiotic, a probiotic. So I take a probiotic, I take CoQ10, I take a testosterone, I take a multivitamin, I take a omega-3, I take a fiber, and I take a CLA. A CLA. Those are the 7 vitamins I take 7 days a week. I take them 7 days a week, every day, and I'll be taking those for probably the rest of my life. I can't imagine any reason why I wouldn't take any of those. I take a probiotic, a CLA, a CoQ10, I take a multivitamin, of course. I take a testosterone. I take a, did I say CLA? I take a CLA. I take a fiber, and I take a omega-3. 7 vitamins every day. And then I drink at least one of these every day. Some days I drink 2 of these. In the summer months, I usually drink 2 of these. It's not easy for people to just drink a gallon of water, right? So what's mixed in here is BCAAs, and this is the last of my cherry flavor. I think I got like 1 scoop left. Then I'll be moving on to something else. I think I'm gonna try a blueberry flavor. So it's like I'm drinking Kool-Aid all day long, healthy Kool-Aid. This includes the 7 amino acids that we all need. It's like drinking a Kool-Aid. It's like drinking a Kool-Aid. And people be like, man, I was on a show last night with the Nupe network, and we were doing King Talk, and we were mentioning some stuff, and I said, yeah, you guys, I'm 50 years old. I'm 49, right? Might as well say 49 and a half. My birthday is in June. And I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm 50 years old. Somebody in the audience, I went back and watched the replay, and I saw somebody in the chat was like, Shannon's 50? He looks 40. That made me feel good. Ladies, men like compliments too. Believe it or not. I know you don't think that we care. We're not really, we're not vainglorious like that. But men like compliments too. We like to hear nice things as well. Ladies, do you compliment your man every once in a while on the things that matter to him? Men like compliments too. One of the reasons why men get dressed is for the affinity of a woman. The reason why we get dressed and look sharp and dress nice and do the things we do is not for other men. It's to attract women. And so when I read that, she was like, Shannon is 50? Wow, he looks 40. I was like, oh, thanks. That made me feel good. It inspires me and motivates me to keep looking and doing the things that I need to do to stay as youthful and to stay as youthful and good looking as possible. And so for me to be 50 years old, and I hear somebody say, wow, Shan, you look all right for 50 years old. Because let's keep it 100. At 50, things start falling apart on both men and women. At 50 years old, things start falling apart on both men and women, physically. There's really nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. False. There is something you can do. There is something you can do. And one of them is to make sure your body is getting all the nutrients your body is supposed to have. Make sure your body is getting all the nutrients your body is supposed to have. You do not get these things eating regular food. If all you do is just eat regular food and think that that's enough, it's not. Even if you eat healthy, don't get me wrong. Even if you eat healthy and you're like, oh man, you know what? I'm not wolfing down Big Macs and Whoppers. I'm not chugging down French fries and a bunch of Coca-Cola. I'm not drinking a bunch of junk and sugar. I'm eating real, man. I should be doing it right. No, it's not enough. You got to have the supplements too. You got to have the Would you guys like me to give you a list of the fellas? Would you guys like the list of the stuff that I take? To keep it easy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's tough. It took me years to even figure it out. It took me years to say, well, do I like this brand? Now, remember, every brand isn't for everybody. Everybody's body is different. This is just the combination that works for me. I have the combination that works for me. Would you guys like a list of the things that I take every morning? Like, you know, I on one show, I brought all the bottles over here and I held them up for you guys, but that's not enough. Would you just like a link? Would you like a link to go just, man, Shan, just give me a link to what to buy, bro, so I could just buy it and be done with it. It all adds up to about, if you buy all of the vitamins that I have, some of them don't come in a 1 month supply. Some of them come in 3 month supplies. Some of them is 90, because I only take one per day. I don't take like two, even though some of them say, oh, this is like, then that means I'm taking like a half dose. I'm not keeping it complicated, man. I'm not taking a pill in the morning and turn around taking another one later. And I'm not doing that. Just one in the morning, I'm done. So some of these that I have is to come in 90 capsules. Some of them is 60 capsules, and they're all at least 30 capsules. They're all at least just 30 capsules. And so you're gonna have a month supply at minimum. Some of them you won't replace until for 3 months. You only have to buy it like 4 times a year. And all of it adds up to about $80. All of it adds up to about $80. That's to get started. Then when you buy like next month, when you run out of a 30, that's only like $10. It's like you're good for this one for the next 3 months, but you got to replace another one. It's like $10. If you want to buy 3 months supply of everything, so you'll buy 3 of a 30-day and then 1 of a 90-day like that, it will probably all add up to maybe $150, maybe $150. I'm just being safe. It's probably gonna be a little less than that, but a 3 month supply of the vitamins that I take at 50 years old adds up to about $150 for 3 months solid. You won't have to touch nothing for 3 months. You got one for every day of the month. You got a pill for every day of the month. You take this stuff, and then next thing you know, you're gonna start feeling weird. I gotta keep. There's a gestation period. There's a gestation period. Usually lasts 2 weeks, because then your body's like, yo. Your body starts saying, yo, what the fuck? I ain't had this. I needed this. Your body starts saying, yo, I needed this. And you start feeling weird. And next thing you know, you start shitting. And you run into the bathroom, you shitting. You like, damn, I'm blowing this shit out. I'm blowing it out. Because your body, your intestines start with the fiber pill that I take, for instance, from men. It's like, man, your body starts saying, God damn, Shan. You start blowing that shit out. You be like, all right. Then when you start drinking the BCAAs, you be like, damn, I'm pissing a lot. One of the problems with drinking water like this and getting the amino acids that you get, the 7 amino acids that we all get every day, is that you piss a lot. See, a lot of people don't like drinking. You know, I heard somebody tell me once, man, Shan, my job, I can't go piss all the time. I'm like, bro, you need another job then. Or you got to figure out something that you could just piss on the side. Because this right here makes my piss is clear. Actually, it's not clear. It's because I take so many vitamins, it comes out neon yellow. It's not the yellow. It's not that bad yellow. If I did this and not the pills, my piss would be crystal clear. You'd think I'd be pissing water, man. You think I'd just be pissing out water. But I take so many vitamins that my body's like, bro, I got enough. And so it comes out through piss, and it usually comes out in a neon glowing highlighter color, which is a great thing, by the way, which is a great thing. So your body starts getting used to stuff. You're like, man, I'm pissing. I'm shitting regularly. I'm up. Why am I up at 6 o'clock? I'm never up at 6 o'clock. I went to bed at 9 and I'm up at 6. The fuck I got all this energy for? I got to go do something. Next thing you know, you start fixing shit around the house. you start fixing shit. Then you say, well, man, I might as well start working out. I got all this fucking energy. All because you taking probiotics and your gut health is starting to be good. You like, damn, man, I'm eating food and I'm shitting it out the next day. When did that happen? Sometimes I was only used to shitting twice a week. Now I'm shitting it. I ate something yesterday. That shit is in the toilet. I ate some corn on Thanksgiving. The next day, I see the corn in the toilet. That passed pretty fast. I haven't seen no food pass through me that fast in a while. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. I know I talk about this a lot, but I think it's important because I'm a testament to it. So would you guys like a list I'm gonna go back through the chat and see if you guys like a list. Maybe you guys don't need it. Maybe you guys understand what I'm talking about. Maybe all I wrote was enough. Or if you want me to just tell you what to go buy, be like, yo, Shan, just Shan, just tell me what to get, man, and I'll go get it. Just tell me what to get and I'll go get it, man. If you guys want that, I'll give it to you. I have no problem with that. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. And this shit is so good, man. This is cherry limeade. Can you imagine this bottle? This bottle is like frosty. Imagine if this bottle was crystal clear. It's like red. It's like I'm drinking Kool-Aid. I get to drink Kool-Aid all day long with no sugar. No sugar. This is pure health right here, and it's just yummy. I can even give you a link to this same bottle. This bottle is $16. This big ass bottle is $16. It comes with a handle, but my son broke the handle. It comes with a handle so you can carry it around, but my son broke the handle. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you guys. Oh! Everybody. Soldiers. Salute. Sherry Farley just joined the army, you guys. Soldiers, throw up your salutes to Sherry Farley. Salute to Sherry Farley. I appreciate you. Sherry has joined the membership. Sherry has joined the membership. Welcome, Sherry, to the SR Army. We appreciate your enlistment. You are now about to do more before 8 o'clock than most people do all day. We do more before 8 o'clock than most people do all day over here. Welcome to the accountability level at the SR Army. We appreciate having you. You're gonna be you have unlocked more content than the general public gets at my membership section. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. That's right, everybody. Salute. Sherry got her she got her rank. Sherry got her rank. Sherry got her rank. I'm going live with a soldier story today. Did you guys see that post that I put up the other day? On my Instagram, it was between Carrie and Kiara. I asked the men. I said, "Would you like Carrie or Kiara? Who do you want, Carrie or Kiara?" And I listed the criteria in those two women. People want to know what my opinion is. I'm gonna do that on the soldier story today. I'm gonna record it. The soldier story is only for the members, so I'm gonna answer that question for the members. Sherry is gonna be able to see that. Sherry will be able to see that, and nobody else will be able to watch that, but Sherry will be able to watch it. So we'll be going live for that for just the members. That's part of the perks that the members get. I appreciate you, Sherry. And then Sherry hit us with a super chat. Everybody, throw your ones up. Everybody, throw your ones up. She says, "Thank you, Shan. I've listened long enough." I've listened long enough. Sherry is our stream sponsor. That's Sherry with 2 R's. Farley. Sherry is our stream sponsor. I appreciate you, Sherry. Thank you so much for the super chat. Just throw her up on the screen. We are reading today, you guys. The last 2 chapters of Think and Grow Rich is 14 and 15. Today, we're going to knock out 14. Here's what we've been reading for the last, 6 weeks? Think and Grow Rich. This book has made more millionaires than all books that's been published. Than all the books published, this book has made more millionaires, from what I understand. Nobody has challenged that yet. No one has challenged that statement yet. I haven't seen it. I looked for the challenge. So when I first heard that, I was like, oh, okay, so more millionaires, almost all millionaires got Think and Grow Rich. Okay, cool. Let me see what else. What else? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The 4 Agreements. You know, what else? What other books out there is being touted by all millionaires saying this right here is part and parcel for the reason of my success? I haven't found it yet. If somebody can find it, let me know. Other than that, everything all my research has led me back to everybody endorsing Think and Grow Rich. Everybody has Think and Grow Rich. It starts with this book. So I hope you have your copy. Make sure you order a physical copy right there on Amazon. It shouldn't cost that much money. This copy here was given to me by one of my employees as a gift. And we're reading it together. I've been reading it one chapter a day, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we are at now chapter 14. It's only 15 chapters today. And then Friday is the very last day. And then we're going to do a recap. On Friday, we're going to do a recap of everything that we're supposed to do. That this book, remember, this book is not just a self-help book. It's an instruction manual. It gives you specific things that you must do in order to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. So Think and Grow Rich, you guys. We are reading chapter 14. It is a fast chapter. It's not big at all. It's short. It's small. It's like just a few pages. Let me see if I can see it in here. Where we at? Let me see. I'm gonna show you how thin chapter 14 is in terms of pages. That's chapter 15. It's only 4 pages, you guys, we're reading today. The Sixth Sense is really thin. I don't know if you can see this. The camera's not picking it up. That's it. It's only reading 4 pages, so we're gonna read really fast today. That's why I'm talking. I want to give you guys a quality show. A quality show is one of my major. That's like Sherry. She just blessed the channel with $5. That's gonna go towards making sure these shows is quality. I appreciate everybody being here. Let me give some shout outs to my friends in the chat. Some of the regulars. Lakeisia is here. She's my #1 moderator. Thank you so much for being here, Lakeisia. Princess, Javaro, Miss Drea, all my favorite usual. Marvelette is here. Marvelette is here. Another soldier in the army. RG. Hey, Miss Parker. Miss Parker is here. How you doing, love? My man, Christian Alexander. You know, Christian Alexander, he wrote my intro. Welcome to another chapter of Rich People Read, where we read a book a month to instruct you in the ways of the successful through the power of reading. Christian wrote that for me. He wrote my outro as well. Thank you. My name is Shannon Rawls, and thank you for reading along with us. Remember, reading is the way to expand your mind and your bank account. Tune in next time to Rich People Read. Christian Alexander wrote that for me. I wouldn't have wrote that, not like that. I would have wrote something different, and I like what he wrote. It's better than what I would have done. So I appreciate Christian here. Red Lipstick Vibes is here. Jill's Chocolate Boutique. Jill's Chocolate Boutique. Ain't that Jill? That's Jill, right? Did she change her name? Jill, did you change your name to Jill's Chocolate Boutique? Tell us more. Tell me more. Jill's Chocolate Boutique. Tell me more about that. RCC 72, Detroit is here, my guy. Kimberly. Hey, Kim. Kimberly is here. She's out here in Los Angeles with us, soaking up this warm sun today. It's good to see you, Kim. Ro is here. I want to know more about Jill's Chocolate Boutique. DC 205. Man, I appreciate all you guys being here. She said, it's me, Shan. I'm scroll back down. I had to see it. Oh, don't call me Zaddy, Miss Parker. I'll pull up. We'll go to lunch today. You call me Zaddy. I like being called Zaddy. I like the name. I like it when you call me Zaddy. Notorious B.I.G. He said he like it when you call him Big Papa. I like being called Zaddy. Be careful. Be careful. Kimberly, what did she say? She says sapiens, thinking fast and slow, influence, the psychology of persuasion, originals, how non-conformists move the world, the power of habit, why we do what we do in life and business, the alchemists. See, Kim is dropping some potential titles for us to read. She's like, yo, here's some good books for you guys. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Jill, boutique, she said, it's me, Shan. So Jill's boutique, you gotta have to explain a little bit more about this chocolate boutique, Jill. Are you getting ready to start a channel, Jill? You getting your channel together? Are you gonna teach people about chocolates and shit? Ooh, that's gonna be worth people. Is it gonna be a recipe channel? And are you gonna film how to do certain specialty chocolates and create like cupcakes and show women? Are you gonna be like a visual recipe book? Is your channel a visual? What is or do you have a shop? Do you have a physical shop and you're gonna give us insight to the day-to-day operations of your chocolate store? I'm curious. See, everybody, YouTube is a space for everybody to not only monetize themselves and make money, but to disseminate information that's helpful to the community. To not only just make money, but also to disseminate information that's helpful to millions of people that they otherwise couldn't get, that they can get all in one location. So Jill has Jill's Chocolate Boutique. I don't know what she's gonna do with that, but what if that turns into a recipe book where she lays out her kitchen? You know, maybe she has a table in her kitchen. She gets some light, make sure she has nice bright lights and get a camera set up on a tripod. Doesn't even require two people. If she gets like the Mevo camera, you know, the Mevo, that camera is like a production all in one. They got Mevo where they got 3 setups, but I'm just saying if you had one Mevo camera, you wouldn't even need no crew. The Mevo kind of does all the editing for you before the video's even done. It zooms in and zooms out. It goes to the food. Imagine that Jill had she was showing people, let me show you how to do these chocolate eclairs. This is one of my specialties. Everybody loves it. Everybody can't wait till I make them for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna show you my special chocolate eclair with lemon meringue twist. And this is what you got to get. And then Jill is showing you the different ingredients. And this is what you want to buy. Ladies, just go to the store. Ladies and gentlemen, because some men like to cook too. Go to the store. This is what you want to get. I'm going to show you exactly how much to use. And I know this seems odd. I got cayenne pepper. I know that seems like an odd ingredient, but just trust me. Get yourself some cayenne pepper. I know you thinking chocolate eclairs. What does cayenne pepper have to do with chocolate eclairs? That's why you're here at Jill's Chocolate Boutique. That's why you're here at Jill's Chocolate Boutique. I'm gonna explain to you on how to do this the right way. I know that's what makes this so special. I should patent this, but I'm releasing this one to the public. Eventually, I'm gonna have a cookbook for you guys. I'm gonna put together a small book, and it's gonna come in different volumes. This is gonna be Jill's Chocolate Boutique Volume 1. But I'm gonna show you how to do a few of these things. I mean, come on, you guys. If people, you know, everybody don't want to just listen to relationship and entrepreneurship talk. Everybody don't want to listen to the same stuff. People are diverse. They want to hear Shannon talk about reading, about getting money, and they want to listen to Shannon about relationship shit. They want to go to somebody else about automobile repair. They want to go to somebody else about finances and how to save money. They want to go somewhere else on how to make t-shirts. They go to somebody else on how to mount a flat screen TV on the wall. And then they go to Jill to learn how to make that chocolate. That's what YouTube is about. And a lot of you guys have some great talents that you're just holding in, man. You're just keeping it all in and you're not making it available to anybody. You think, oh, because I don't have a production. How many times have you guys seen me with somebody? I'm a one-man operation over here. I have a staff, but my staff is for my fashion business. My staff is 7.5 miles away downtown at my office downtown. They keep the fashion business running. This YouTube thing, I'm all by myself. I'm all by myself. Your super chat is going to actually allow me to hire somebody to do some research. But if you take the time, you don't need a staff. You don't need a whole bunch of equipment. All you need is an iPhone. Just get a phone and get started with your phone. All you need is a phone. There's no excuse, ladies and gentlemen. You know, excuses are the tools used by the incompetent. Excuses are the tools used by the incompetent. We don't do excuses over here, right? So you guys, man, connect with me. I appreciate you, Jill. What Jill over here talking about? Jill says she's teaching this time. She had a business, but she's teaching this time. Look at Marvelette. Marvelette don't even know. Marvelette is so smart, you guys. I know Marvelette. She's part of my inner circles. Marvelette is so fucking smart. I just need to get Marvelette around the right people. I need to get Marvelette around the right people. She got to purge some of the people in her life and get her around the right people. She'll be all right. Marvelette knows how to do so much. And she has a team that she can use. She has a built-in team that she could use if she wanted to. But Marvelette, she's God, you know, when you know somebody that's just so talented and got so many different, Marvelette, you know, I'm gonna just put it out there. Marvelette, she can cook. Just keep it 100. She got a whole catering business. But then Marvelette knows how to do fashion. Marvelette knows how to sell. But she not on YouTube. She don't even do it on Instagram. I got to get Marvelette around the right people. All of you guys have a talent, a specialized talent that you can make it available to the public. Whether you make money doing that or not, you have a talent, you have information that you should pass on to others that you can make available to other people. And all you got to do is do it. I just do stuff because I realize that only the doers are blessed. I'll wake up one day and just be like, man, I'm just gonna do it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a shot. And next thing you know, I'm here. And that's why we're reading Think and Grow Rich. We're getting ready to start with chapter 14. It is a short chapter. We're gonna read through it really fast. I appreciate you all being here, listening at your boy. I hope the microphone sounds nice. I hope you have your books. If you have a physical book in your hand, get your turn to chapter 14. Take out the bookmark. Get your highlighter or pen so you can underscore the important parts. If you have it on your phone, get it out now. If you have it on an iPad, fire up your iPad. Swipe right all the way to chapter 14. Let's get ready to go. And if you don't have either of those, you're just going to listen to your boy Shan. Make sure your volume's turned up. Not too high, though. Make sure your volume's turned up. If you're at work, just put in one earphone so you can listen to your co-workers, and then you can also tap in with your boy. So we can also tap in with your boy. Let me fire up my on-screen. We're doing chapter 14 of Think and Grow Rich. And it is, no, I don't want that. The Sixth Sense. The door to the Temple of Wisdom, the 13th step towards riches. All right, you guys, get ready. Get my screen together. Is everybody typing salute? Let me go check on the contest. Is everybody typing salute? Oh, yes, you guys are typing it. Oh, yeah. 14 of you guys so far. If you haven't typed salute in the chat, type it now. If you have not typed salute in the chat, type it now so you guys can be part of the contest. We'll be doing the contest before the show is over. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. The Sixth Sense, chapter 14. The door to the Temple of Wisdom. The 13th step towards getting the bag. Do you know that some of you guys can open up a YouTube channel and do strictly book reading? Sidebar. See, I have this book club over here on my channel. But imagine if you had a YouTube channel and all you did was read short stories. All you did was read short stories. You just had a plethora of short stories, and you just read short stories day in and day out, every day. Just quick little stories. I'm just trying to feed you guys ideas. This is stuff that's and you become known. Maybe you have the type of voice that people just love to hear. And they just want to hear you read love stories and stories of success. They want to hear you read, and maybe it's all nonfiction. Maybe it's not real. Maybe you read stories of adventure. I mean, I'm talking like, 20 pages. And then, you tell people, I'll see you tomorrow. And then the next day you read another story on YouTube. And then you take the audio and you make it part of the audio podcast, and you put that up over at Apple Podcasts. So people that can't watch you read, they can turn around and hear you read on their Apple Podcast. I do a lot of sidebars, so it wouldn't really work for me because a lot of people don't want to hear all this talk, right? But maybe you just get in, welcome, and we're going to read the story. Maybe you read stories that people already are used to, like Gulliver's Travels or some shit like that. Just think about it, you guys. Just think about it. The 13th principle is known as the sixth sense, through which infinite intelligence may and will communicate voluntarily without any effort from or demands by the individual. This principle is the apex of the philosophy. It can be assimilated, understood, and applied only by first mastering the other 12 principles. The sixth sense is that portion of the subconscious mind which has been referred to as the creative imagination. It has also been referred to as the receiving set through which ideas, plans, and thoughts flash into the mind. The flashes are sometimes called hunches or inspirations. Excuse me, sidebar. You guys have had hunches. You'd be driving and then suddenly an idea just pop up out of nowhere. You don't know where it came from. You're like, man, that'd be a great idea. Or I need to get, wow. Or I have a hunch that something is going on. I'm not sure where that came from or why that happened. That's your sixth sense. That is your sixth sense. Let's continue. The sixth sense defies description. It cannot be described to a person who has not mastered the other principles of this philosophy, because such a person has no knowledge and no experience with which the sixth sense may be compared to. Understanding of the sixth sense comes only by meditation through mind development from within. The sixth sense probably is the medium of contact between the finite mind of man and the infinite intelligence, and for this reason, it is a mixture of both the mental and the spiritual. It is believed to be the point at which the mind of man contacts the universal mind. After you have mastered the principles described in this book, you will be prepared to accept as truth a statement which may otherwise be incredible to you, namely, through the aid of the sixth sense, you will be warned of impending dangers in time to avoid them, and notified of opportunities in time to embrace them. There comes to your aid and to do your bidding with the development of the sixth sense, a guardian angel, quote unquote, who will open to you at all times the door to the temple of wisdom. Whether or not this is a statement of truth, you will never know, except by following the instructions described in the pages of this book or some similar method of procedure. The author is not a believer in nor advocate of quote unquote miracles, for the reason that he has enough knowledge of nature to understand that nature never deviates from her established laws of nature. Some of her laws are so incomprehensible that they produce what appear to be miracles. The sixth sense comes as near to being a miracle as anything I have ever experienced, and it appears so only because I do not understand the method by which this principle is operated. Just because I don't understand it is why it seems to be a miracle. But can you imagine that you're the radio, if you were to take a walkie-talkie, two walkie-talkies, because they work no matter when. If we were able to take 2 walkie-talkies and put them in a time machine and send them back 300 years and give them to the king. If we were able to go to Target and buy 2 cheap little walkie-talkie, 2 little kitty walkie-talkies and send them back in time and give them to the king and say, and then charge them up, have batteries in them, and then say, hit this button and talk and listen to this one on the other side of the room. That will be considered magic. That will be considered magic. That is no less magical to them as the sixth sense is to us today. So for those that think that we're just don't know, this is all tomfoolery and what the hell are you guys talking about? And this is y'all silly. You sound like those who would have listened to walkie-talkies 300 years ago. If somebody was to describe it, my friend, he has a box that he holds in his hand that once he pushes a button, he can speak through this box and hear his voice in another part of the room coming out of another box similar. They would call him crazy. They'd probably call him a witch and burn him at the stake. They'd probably call that person that even thought of some shit like that a witch and burn it at the stake. If they saw it, they'd be praying to walkie-talkies like a god. They'd be like, oh, the old holy walkie-talkie and shit. But to us today, a walkie-talkie is some shit you buy at Target for $15.99. You get the little Spider-Man walkie-talkies, for the kid, the little kitty walkie-talkies. And this to us, that's just some little kitty walkie-talkies. It's no big deal. But if you take it 300 years ago, it would have been fucking magic. So don't get so high up on your horse that the stuff that we talking about now, like the sixth sense, is ridiculous, because 300 years from now, can you imagine what we'll understand in terms of infinite intelligence? Be open-minded, my friends. And if you're closed-minded, this ain't this place for you. This ain't the place for my channel is not the place for people with closed minds. My channel is the place for people with open minds who give leeway for possibility of things that we just don't understand, but don't necessarily think that it's fake or a hoax. All right, let's continue. This much the author does know, that there is power or a first cause or an intelligence which permeates every atom of matter and embraces every unit of energy perceptible to man, that this infinite intelligence converts acorns into oak trees, causes water to flow downhill in response to the laws of gravity, follow night with day and winter with summer, each maintaining its proper place in relationship to the other. The intelligence may, through the principles of this philosophy, be induced to aid in transmuting desires into concrete or material form. The author has this knowledge because he has experienced it. He has experimented with it and has experienced it. Step by step, through the preceding chapters, you have been led to this, the last principle. If you have mastered each of the preceding principles, you are now prepared to accept, without being skeptical, the stupendous claims made here. If you have not mastered the other principles, you must do so before you may determine definitely whether or not the claims made in this chapter are fact or fiction. While I was passing through the age of hero worship, I found myself trying to imitate those who I most admired. Moreover, I discovered that the element of faith, with which I endeavored to imitate my idols, gave me great capacity to do so quite successfully. I have never entirely divested myself of this habit of hero worship, although I have passed the age commonly given over to such. My experience has taught me that the next best thing to being truly great is to emulate the great. I'll repeat that again. My experience has taught me that the next best thing to being truly great is to emulate the great by feeling in action as nearly as possible. Long before I had ever written a line for publication or endeavored to deliver a speech in public, I followed the habit of reshaping my own character by trying to imitate the 9 men whose lives and life works had been most impressive to me. These 9 men were Emerson, Paine, Edison, Darwin, Abraham Lincoln, Burbank, Napoleon, Ford, and Carnegie. Every night over a long period of years, I held an imaginary council of meeting with this group whom I called my invisible counselors. The procedure was this. Just before going to sleep at night, I would shut my eyes and see in my imagination this group of men seated with me around my council table. Here, I had not only an opportunity to sit amongst those whom I considered to be great, but I actually dominated the group by serving as the chairman of the group. I had a very definite purpose in indulging my imagination through these nightly meetings. My purpose was to rebuild my own character so it would represent a composite of these characters of my imaginary counselors. Realizing, as I did early in life, that I had to overcome the handicap of birth in an environment of ignorance and superstition, I deliberately assigned myself the task of voluntary rebirth through the method here described. So let's talk about building character through autosuggestion. Let's talk about building character through autosuggestion. Being an earnest student of psychology, I knew, of course, that all men have become what they are because of their dominating thoughts and desires. I knew that every deeply seated desire has the effect of causing one to seek outward expression through which that desire may be transmuted into reality. I knew that self-suggestion is a powerful factor in building character. That it is, in fact, the sole principle through which this character is built. With this knowledge of the principles of the mind operation, I was fairly well armed with the equipment needed in rebuilding my character. In these imaginary council meetings, I called on my cabinet members for the knowledge I wished each to contribute, addressing myself to each member in audible words. That means out loud, as follows. He said this out loud before he went to bed. Mr. Emerson, I desire to acquire from you the marvelous understanding of nature, which distinguished your life. I ask that you make an impression upon my subconscious mind of whatever qualities you possessed, which enabled you to understand and adapt yourself to the laws of nature. I ask that you assist me in reaching and drawing upon whatever sources of knowledge are available to this end. Mr. Burbank, I request that you pass on to me the knowledge Mr. Burbank, I request that you pass on to me the knowledge which enabled you to so harmonize the laws of nature that caused the cactus to shred its thorns and become an edible food. Give me access to the knowledge which enabled you to make 2 blades of grass grow, but one grew before, and helped you to blend the coloring of flowers, which were more splendor and harmony, for you alone has successfully gilded the lily. Mr. Napoleon, I desire to acquire from you, by emulation, the marvelous ability you possessed to inspire men and to arouse them to greater and more determined spirit of action. Also to acquire the spirit of enduring faith, which enabled you to turn defeat into victory and to surmount staggering obstacles. Emperor of fate, king of chance, man of destiny, I salute you. Mr. Paine, I desire to acquire from you the freedom of thought and the courage of clarity with which to express convictions which so distinguished you. Mr. Darwin, I wish to acquire from you the marvelous patience and ability to study cause and effect without bias or prejudice, so exemplified by you in the field of natural science. Mr. Abraham Lincoln, I desire to build into my own character the keen sense of justice, the untiring spirit of patience, the sense of humor, the human understanding, and the tolerance which were your distinguishing characteristics. Mr. Carnegie, I am already indebted to you for my choice of life work, which has brought me great happiness and peace of mind. I wish to acquire a thorough understanding of the principles of organized effort, which you use so effectively in building of a great industrial enterprise. Mr. Ford, you have been among the most helpful of the men who have supplied much of the material essential to my work. I wish to acquire your spirit of persistence, the determination, poise, and self-confidence which have enabled you to master poverty, organize, unify, and simplify human effort so I may help others to follow in your footsteps. Mr. Thomas A. Edison, I have seated you nearest me at my right because of the personal cooperation you have given me during my research into the cause of success and failure. I wish to acquire from you the marvelous spirit of faith with which you have uncovered so many of nature's secrets, the spirit of unremitting toil with which you have so often wrested victory from defeat. Now, my method of addressing the members of the imaginary cabinet would vary according to the traits of the character in which I was, for the moment, most interested in acquiring. I studied the records of their lives with painstaking care. After some months of this nightly procedure, I was astounded by the discovery that these imaginary figures became apparently real. Each of these 9 men developed individual characteristics which surprised me. For example, Abraham Lincoln developed habit of always being late, then walking around in some solemn parade. When he came into the meeting, he walked very slowly with his hands clasped behind him, and once in a while he would stop as he passed and rest his hand momentarily upon my shoulder. He always wore an expression of seriousness upon his face. Rarely did I see him smile. The cares of sundered nation made him grave. That was not true of the others, though. Like Burbank and Payne often indulged in witty repertoire, which seemed at times to shock other members of the cabinet. One night, Payne suggested that I prepare a lecture of the Age of Reason and deliver it from the pulpit of a church which I formerly attended. Many around the table laughed heartily at the suggestion. Not Napoleon, though. He drew his mouth down at the corners and groaned so loudly that all turned and looked at him with amazement. To him, the church was but a pawn of the state, not to be reformed, but to be used as a convenient inciter to mass activity by the people. On one occasion, Burbank was late, right? He was late to the meeting. And when he came, he was excited with enthusiasm. He explained that he had been late because of an experiment was making, through which he hoped to be able to grow apples on any sort of tree. Payne chided himself by reminding him that it was an apple which started all the trouble between man and woman, right? The eating from the fruit of knowledge, Adam and Eve. Darwin chuckled heartily as he suggested that Payne should watch out for the little serpents when he went into the forest to gather apples, as they had the habit of growing into big snakes. Emerson observed, "No serpents, no apples." And Napoleon remarked, "No apples, no state." Abraham Lincoln, he developed the habit of always being the last one to leave the table after each meeting. On one occasion, he leaned across the end of the table, His arms folded and remained in that position for many minutes. I made no attempt to disturb him. Finally, he lifted his head slowly, got up, and walked to the door. Then he turned around and came back and laid his hand on my shoulder and said, "My boy, you will need much courage if you remain steadfast in carrying out your purpose in life. But remember, when difficulties overtake you, the common people have common sense. Adversity will develop it." One evening, Edison arrived ahead of all the others. He walked over and seated himself at my left and went where Emerson was accustomed to sitting and said, "You are destined to witness the discovery of the secret of life. When the time comes, you will observe that life consists of great swarms of energy or entities, each as intelligent as human beings think themselves to be. These units of life group together like hives of bees and remain together until they disintegrate through lack of harmony. These units have differences of opinion." And you know he's talking about the mastermind group, by the way, sidebar. "These units have differences of opinions the same as human beings and often fight amongst themselves. These meetings which you are conducting will be very helpful to you. They will bring to your rescue some of the same units of life which served the members of your cabinet during their lives. These units are eternal. They never die. Your own thoughts and desires serve as the magnet which attracts units of life from the great ocean of life out there. Only the friendly units are attracted, the ones which harmonize with the nature of your desires." The other members of the cabinet began to enter the room. Edison got up and slowly walked around to his own seat. Edison was still living when this actually happened. It impressed me so greatly that I went to see him and told him about the experience. He smiled broadly and said, "Your dream was more a reality than you may imagine it to have been." He added no further explanation to this statement. So, by the way, Edison was alive when Napoleon Hill went and told him this. Edison was part of his 9-member imaginary cabinet. Sidebar, everybody. Part of his 9-member imaginary cabinet. But by the time he was writing this book, or by the time that he came up with this story, Edison was still alive. Napoleon went and told him the story in person, and then told him, "Yo, man, your dream was more of a reality than you may have imagined it to have been." He added no further explanation to the statement. These meetings became so realistic that I became fearful of their consequences and discontinued them for several months. The experiences were so uncanny, I was afraid if I continued them, I would lose sight of the fact that the meetings were purely experiences of my imagination. He didn't want to go crazy. He was like, "Yo, this is getting too real." About 6 months after I had discontinued the practice, I was awakened one night, or thought I was, when I saw Abraham Lincoln standing at my bedside. He said, "The world will soon need your services. It is about to undergo a period of chaos which will cause men and women to lose faith and become panic-stricken. Go ahead with your work and complete your philosophy. That is your mission in life. If you neglect it for any cause whatsoever, you will be reduced to a primal state and be compelled to retrace the cycles through which you have passed during thousands of years." Now, I was unable to tell the following morning whether I had dreamed this or if I had actually been awake, right? And I had never since found out which it was, but I do know that the dream, if it was a dream, was so vivid in my mind the next day that I resumed my meetings the following night. Everybody throw your ones up. My man RG, he never fails, right? My man Bridging the Gap, RG Purdue, he says, "A mastermind developing in the chat. Dusties unite." Excuse me. What are you guys doing over in the chat? I see y'all talking. Mastermind developing over in the, y'all making a mastermind group in the chat. Y'all are creating a mastermind group over here. Imagine that. Imagine you guys creating a mastermind group with a bunch of strangers that met at Shannon's page. Imagine you guys creating a small, because you can have multiple mastermind groups, by the way. You can have multiple mastermind groups, by the way, depending on what goal that you're trying to achieve by, convening each mastermind group. Are y'all doing that? What do y'all got going on over there? Anyways, throw your ones up from my man, RG Purdue. RG Purdue hit me with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Let me update the stream sponsor. Where is he at? Right here. Sherry Farley, bless the channel. Now we got RG Purdue. RG Purdue with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for continuing to bless this channel and keep me up listen, I know this money adds up. Look, you can only pay through PayPal or credit card. Most of you guys are using your credit card. You get those statements and you're looking like, damn, man, how many super chats have I given? Why am I transferring my wealth over to Shan? It's not in vain. Thank you so much. It's going to be used constructively and positively. And you won't be saying, you'll never say, I wish I didn't support him. For everybody that supports me, you will never, I pledge to you, you will never say, I wish I did not support him. He became an asshole. He became a fuck nigga. He became a weirdo. He did something stupid. That's not happening from me. That's not coming from me. Promise you. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. At our next meeting, the members of my cabinet all filed into the room together and stood at their accustomed places at council table, while Lincoln raised a glass and said, "Gentlemen, let us drink a toast to a friend who has returned to the fold." After that, I began to add new members to my cabinet, above and beyond the 9, until it now consists of more than 50. Among them was Christ, St. Paul, Galileo, Copernicus, Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, Homer, Voltaire, Bruno, Spinoza, Drummond, Kant, Schopenhauer, Newton, Confucius, Elbert, Hubbard, Braun, Ingersoll, Wilson, and William James. This is the first time that I have had the courage to mention this. Heretofore, I have remained quiet on the subject because I knew from my own attitude in connection with such matters that I would be misunderstood if I described my unusual experience. I have been emboldened now to reduce my experience to the printed page because I am now less concerned about what they say. I don't care what y'all think than I was in years that have passed. One of the blessings of maturity is that it sometimes brings one greater courage to be truthful, regardless of what those who do not understand may think or say. I want to repeat that. And this is what we say now about getting older. This is what we say now about gaining wisdom. You give a shit less about what people think the older you get. When you get to my age, 49, you don't give a fuck what nobody think. You don't care what people think. You don't care what nobody think. Only people that matters to you is the people in your inner, outside of that circle. You don't give a shit about. I don't care what y'all think. And if only we had the power to do that when we were younger. If only the youngsters, the people in their 20s, had the power to not give a shit about what other people think who's not conducive to their plan of success. One of the blessings of maturity is that it sometimes brings one greater courage to be truthful, regardless of what those who do not understand their truth may think of it. Right? I know all my friends that's in their 40s and over know what I'm talking about. Like, damn, if only I didn't give a shit the way I don't give a shit now 20 years ago. Lest I be misunderstood, let's continue. Lest I be misunderstood, I wish here to state most emphatically that I still regard my cabinet meeting as being purely imaginary, but I feel entitled to suggest that while the members of my cabinet may be purely fictional and the meetings exist only in my own imagination, they have led me into glorious paths of adventure, rekindled an appreciation of true greatness, encouraged creative endeavor, and emboldened the expression of honest thought. Somewhere in the cell structure of the brain, somewhere in the cell structure of your brain is located an organ which receives vibrations of thought, ordinarily called hunches. So far, science has not discovered where this organ of the sixth sense is located. And they still haven't in 2021. They still don't know where it's located. Some say it's the frontal lobe. We still don't know. It's still a hypothesis. So far, science has not discovered where this organ of the sixth sense is located, but this is not important. The fact remains that human beings do receive accurate knowledge through sources other than physical five senses. Such knowledge generally is received when the mind is under the influence of extraordinary stimulation. Remember the 10 stimuli. Remember the 10 stimuli, 8 of them being constructive, 2 of them being destructive. Any emergency which arouses the emotions and causes the heart to beat more rapidly. Any emergency which arouses the emotions and causes your heart to beat more rapidly than normal may and generally does bring the sixth sense into action. Sidebar, imagine this. So for those that may think that we're talking crazy, why is it that you can experience something and then suddenly your heart starts beating fast? Why is your heart beating fast, ladies and gentlemen? Sidebar. Why do you just suddenly burst out in a sweat? How come you can be dreaming? You're not running. You could be in bed, dead sleep. You are totally asleep. And suddenly you wake up in a heavy sweat and your heart is racing. I'm talking. Why? You didn't go jogging. You didn't lift any heavy weight. You didn't go running. Why is it that your brain can get so stimulated that it causes your heart to start pumping blood faster than normal? You didn't exert any energy. You didn't do anything. You can just be told something from somebody. You could just imagine something and suddenly your heart starts racing. Can you imagine if you were able to harness the power that causes your heart to beat faster? Right now, most of all of you cannot make your heart beat faster on your own. You cannot just say, heart, increase to 160 beats per minute. Go. You can't do that right now. Your heart is beating as fast as it wants to. You have no control over that. But imagine if you were to somehow tap into the power and the control of what causes that to happen. The part of your brain, which we don't know, causes that to happen. That is what we're talking about here. What do you say? Anyone who has experienced a near accident while driving knows that on such occasion, the sixth sense often comes into one's rescue and aids by split second in avoiding the accident. How many of you guys have been driving and suddenly you had to swerve to the left? Sidebar. Suddenly you had to swerve. Damn, that was close. Damn, that was close. How many of you guys have been driving and you was on the highway and suddenly, shit, I just knew something was getting ready to happen. You avoided a deer that came out of the road. Maybe you live in the country and you avoided somebody that was just crossing. You just knew something was going to happen. That was your sixth sense protecting you. Imagine if you were able to harness that power. You think that you won't be able to harness that power? You think human beings don't, just because we haven't figured it out, it's not possible? Well, shit, they didn't figure out what a walkie-talkie was 300 years ago. And if you gave it to them, it'd be magic, right? But now a walkie-talkie ain't nothing to us. That's what we're talking about here. These facts, let's continue. These facts are mentioned preliminary to a statement of fact which I shall now make, namely that during my meetings with this invisible counselors, I find my most receptive. I find my mind most receptive to ideas, thoughts, and knowledge which reach me through the sixth sense. I can truthfully say that I owe entirely to my invisible counselors full credit for such ideas, facts, or knowledge as I receive through inspiration. On scores of occasion, when I have faced emergencies, some of them so grave that my life was in jeopardy, I have been miraculously guided past these difficulties through the influence of my invisible counselors. Sidebar. I remember, so I tell this story. I haven't told it in a long time. I almost died as a little boy. I believe I almost died as a little boy. Me and my friends, where I grew up in Hanson Hills in the valley, Pacoima of California, they were doing some development. And they were building these condos at the bottom of my neighborhood. I grew up on top of this hill. It's called Hanson Hills, and I had a house up there. And then they had this entire development where they were building condos at the foot of the hill. Me and my friends used to play in the construction area. Sidebar, I haven't told this story in maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 years. I'm going to have to retell this in the member section because I don't want to just give all the public stuff. I'm going to give this to the member section too. So people got to read this book or read this to even hear this story. Or if you're live now, you're privy to something that I'm only going to say in the members area later. So they were building. This is in the 80s. This is in the 1980s. I was a young boy, and me and my friends was running, and we were running at the dusk of dawn. Or did I say that? We were running at dusk. I'm sorry, not dawn. So we were running at dusk. It was not fully nighttime, but it was almost nighttime. And it was really time for us to go home. And so we was running 2x4s and forklifts and shit. It was this construction area. And all the construction people were off work. Well, they had dug into the hill. Because remember, I lived on the hill and we was coming down and playing in the construction area. And so they had dug into this hill. This huge steep cliff. It had to be 30, 40 feet tall, but it wasn't there before. And so my friends was running on the far right and far left of me, and I was running all by myself. And I'm running full speed down the hill. We all running. And we're like, and I was just running, and we were jumping, and running, and going, and jumping, and dodging, and we were just playing. That's all we was doing. We was playing. And it was almost dark, so you could hardly see in front of you. And I'm running full speed down the hill in my neighborhood where they're building this huge condominium and an apartment complex that's there now, right? I'm running full speed. And something told me, fucking stop. As I'm running, something told me, it was a hunch. It's nothing that I can see. It's nothing that I can hear. It was nothing that there was nothing that I can smell. I didn't feel anything getting loose. We were just running. My friends kept running, by the way. I'm running full speed. Man, it's getting chills just remembering this story. I'm running full speed and something told me to fucking stop. And I'm running so fast that stopping means sliding, right? I'm maybe like 9, 10, 11, maybe 11 years old. And we're running so fast, I'm flying down. And I'm skinny black boy flying. And something said, Shannon, stop. And I stopped and I slid. I don't know what kind of old 1970s shoes I was wearing. Probably some cheap Keds or something. And I stopped and I slid. And I slid to the edge of a cliff. To the edge of a man-made cliff that they used like a excavator to create this cliff. If I would have fell off, and at the bottom of the cliff was concrete pipes that they were using for the sewage system. If I had fell off that cliff or ran off like I was destined to, I'd be gone. There'd be no High Value Shan. There'd be no Rich People Read. You guys would not be listening to this story. You wouldn't be hearing me right now. I'd be gone. Gone. It ain't no I'd be hurt. I'd be broken up. I'd be kind of like, I'd have a scar. No, I'd be gone if I'd have kept running. And there was nothing physically there to tell me to stop other than a hunch, other than my sixth sense. And I ran down that hill, and I don't know why I stopped, you guys. I have no idea. I don't know what angel, you talking about a guardian angel. I don't know if a guardian angel, stop, boy. We got things for you to do in life. You can't keep going. And so something told me to stop, and I stopped, and I slid to the edge of that cliff. I slid to the edge of that cliff. I didn't stop way ahead of it and then walk to the edge. I slid to the edge of the cliff, and had I gone 2 feet more, I'd have been off. I'm 50 years old. That happened 40 years ago. That happened 40 years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember it like it was yesterday. And they went on to build that condominium. They built that whole complex, and people live there now and shit. It's at the bottom of the hill. We still own that property. We still own the property. It's in the family that I grew up in. But there wouldn't be no Shannon no more. And I don't know what made me stop. I don't know why I didn't continue to run, but I didn't. So can't nobody tell me there ain't no guardian angel. Can't nobody tell me there's no sixth sense. This is hogwash because you didn't experience it. I got lucky. Nah, man. It was something else. Trust me. It was something else. Okay, let's continue. My original purpose in conducting council meetings with imaginary beings was solely that of impressing my own subconscious mind through the principles of autosuggestion with certain characteristics which I desired to acquire. In more recent years, my experimentation has taken on an entirely different trend. I now go to my imaginary counselors with every difficult problem which confronts me and my clients. The results are often astonishing, although I do not depend entirely on this form of counsel. You, of course, have recognized that this chapter covers a subject with which a majority of people are not familiar with. I'm getting all these messages. Hold on. Sixth sense is a subject that will be of great interest and benefit to the person whose aim is to accumulate vast wealth, but it need not claim the attention of those whose desires are more modest. Henry Ford undoubtedly understands and makes practical use of the sixth sense. His vast business and financial operations make it necessary for him to understand and use this principle. The late Thomas A. Edison understood and used the sixth sense in connection with the development of inventions, especially those involving basic patterns, in connection with which he had no human experience and no accumulated knowledge to guide him, as was the case while he was working on the talking machine, the telephone, and the moving picture machine, the movie camera. Nearly all great leaders, such as Napoleon and Bismarck and Joan of Arc, Christ, Buddha, Confucius, and Muhammad, understood and probably made use of the sixth sense almost continuously. The major portion of their greatness consisted of their knowledge of this principle. The sixth sense is not something that one can take off and put on at will. Ability to use this great power comes slowly through application of other principles outlined in this book. Seldom does any individual come into workable knowledge of the sixth sense before the age of 40. I'll repeat that again. Seldomly does any person come into a workable knowledge of the sixth sense before they turn 40. More often, the knowledge is not available until one is well past 50 years old. And this is 1925, ladies and gentlemen. And this is where they had no internet, they had no Google. People had to actually be fucking smart. Sidebar. People had to actually be smart back then. There was no, let me look it up. There was no, let me Google it real quick. Let me go watch a YouTube video and learn. You had to actually read about it and understand and command the English language and read about it. There was no text. Let me text the homie and see and get the answer. You couldn't ask Alexa in 1925. More often, this knowledge is not available until one is well past 50. And this for the reason that the spiritual forces with which the sixth sense is so closely related do not mature and become usable except through years of meditation, self-examination, and serious thought. And this is why he says that if you don't need a vast wealth like Henry Ford or Andrew Carnegie, then you don't even have to get the sixth sense. This is for those who want a stupendous wealth. If you were a little bit more modest, you kind of like, what you want is not all that hard to conquer. You probably don't even have to employ the sixth sense. No matter who you are or what may have been your purpose in reading this book, you can profit by it without understanding the principle described in this chapter. You see what I'm saying? No matter who you are or what may have been your purpose in reading this book, you can profit by this book without understanding the principle described in this chapter, the sixth sense. This is especially true if your major purpose of that accumulation of money or other material things. So if it's just about getting money, this sixth sense is not necessarily required. Although I'm going to add this into our outline on Friday, it's not required. Other things are required, by the way. The chapter on the sixth sense was included because the book is designed for the purpose of presenting a complete philosophy by which individuals may unerringly guide themselves in attaining whatever they ask of life. The starting point of all achievement is desire. The finishing point is that brand of knowledge which leads to understanding of self, understanding of others, understanding of the laws of nature, and recognition and understanding of happiness. This sort of understanding comes into its fullness only through familiarity with and use of the principle of the sixth sense. Hence, that principle had to be included as a part of this philosophy for the benefit of those who demand more than just money. Having read the chapter, you must have observed that while reading it, you were lifted to a high level of mental stimulation. Splendid. Come back to this again a month from now. Read it once more and observe that your mind will soar to a still higher level of stimulation, even higher than it is today. Repeat this experience from time to time, giving no concern as to how much or how little you learn at the time. And eventually, you will find yourself in possession of a power that will enable you to throw off discouragement, master your fears, overcome procrastination, and draw freely upon your imagination. Then you will have felt the touch of that unknown something, which has been the moving spirit of every truly great thinker, leader, artist, musician, writer, or statesman. Then you will be in the position to transmute your desires into their physical or financial counterpart as easily as you may lie down and go to sleep at the first sign of opposition. And quit at the first sign of opposition. Faith versus fear. Previous chapters have described how to develop faith through autosuggestion, desire, and the subconscious. The next chapter presents detailed instructions for the mastery of fear. Here will be found a full description of the 6 fears, which are the cause of all discouragement, timidity, procrastination, indifference, indecision, and the lack of ambition, self-reliance, initiative, self-control, and enthusiasm. Search yourself carefully as you study these 6 enemies. as they may exist only in your subconscious mind, where their presence will be hard to detect. Remember, too, as you analyze the 6 ghosts of fear that we're going to read about in the last chapter on Friday, that they are nothing but ghosts. They are nothing but ghosts because they exist only in your mind. You know what? I almost need to assign you guys to go watch a movie. I need to assign you guys to go watch a movie in addition to this. In addition to chapter 15, we probably need to watch a movie. And then I should quiz you guys on the movie. I should have you guys go watch a movie and quiz you guys on the movie. The movie is a movie with Will Smith. And the title of the movie is After Earth. The movie is Will Smith, and it's called After Earth, and it's a movie that he had with his son Jaden. It came out in 2013. The movie is called After Earth, and it's about fear. It's a sci-fi movie. It's in space and shit like that, and they're fighting demons. The demons fed on fear. They only killed people who was fearful, and that's why he was able to master it. I want you guys to go watch this movie called After Earth. I should pull up a photo of that movie. Hold on. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Hold on. Let me grab an image. Oh yeah, this is a good image here too. Hold on. Can I just drag this? I could just drag it. Boom. You see that movie up there on the screen? That is an assignment, ladies and gentlemen. That is an assignment. This movie here is an assignment that I want you guys to read. To go watch. Go grab it. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Amazon. I don't know if you got to pay $3 to rent it. I don't know if you got to pay $3 to rent it. I don't know. I don't care what it is. Danger is real. Fear is a choice. In 2013, this movie came out. Will Smith and Jaden. This is a movie that I want all of you guys to read. We're going to read chapter 15, the 6 fears of ghosts, the 6 ghost fears or whatever. But I need you guys to, before we get there, I want you guys to go watch this movie between now and Friday. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to quiz you guys. I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to be quizzed on Friday about this movie. I'm pointing over here. About this movie. You're going to be quizzed about this movie. So I want you guys to go get it, watch it. Just watch the movie on fear, right? False evidence appearing real. Fear, false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. I want you guys to go watch this movie. All right. We'll come back to that. Let me continue reading. Miss Parker says it's on Hulu. Done. Kimberly says it's on Netflix. Done. All of you guys have Netflix. Everybody got Netflix. So now you have no excuse. I got Netflix and Hulu. Everybody, you guys need to go watch this movie. If you haven't seen it, good. Now you got another movie. Now you have a reason to watch it. Tonight, before you go to bed, go ahead and knock this movie out. It's a quick movie, 90 minutes. All right. I want you to watch it. You're going to be entertained and you're going to learn something that's going to lead us into the very last chapter of this book. Now, remember too, as you analyze the 6 ghosts of fear, that they are nothing but ghosts because they exist only in one's mind. Remember also that the ghosts, creations of uncontrolled imaginations, have caused most of the damage that people have done to their own minds. Therefore, ghosts can be as dangerous as if they lived and walked the earth in their physical bodies. Fear has ruined more people, even though you can't touch it. You can't taste it. You can't smell it. You can't see it. You can't hear it. Fear, false evidence appearing real, has ruined more people, has held back more millionaires, and has ruined more loving relationships. Fear has ruined more loving relationships than everything else combined. That's why ghosts, as we call them, can be as dangerous as if they lived and walked the earth in physical bodies. Everybody's worried about ghosts and they never touch one. But if you worried about them and you let them incapacitate your life, they might as well have been sitting next to you in the living room. The ghost of fear of poverty, which seized the minds of millions of people in 1929, was so fucking real that it caused the worst business depression this country has ever known. Moreover, this particular ghost still frightens some of us out of our wits. And that is the chapter. That is the chapter, ladies and gentlemen. That's the book. Oh, no. Let's read our key principles. Do we have any? Yeah, we got some key principles. Let's read them. Here's our key ideas of the book. Number 1, the principle is the apex of others. You really can't understand it until you master the other 12. That's the sixth sense. The sixth sense is what is known as a hunch, a gut feeling, or intuition. You can only understand the sixth sense by developing from within. Using the sixth sense is what leads to miracles. One way to access the sixth sense is to develop a team of invisible counselors. These are people who you admire and you imagine talking with them about your issues and challenges privately. Not no crazy shit, but privately. When having the meetings with your invisible counselors, talk to them out loud. This gets your mind more receptive to the ideas and thoughts and knowledge from the sixth sense. Every deeply seated desire has the effect of causing one to seek outward expression through which that desire may be transmuted into reality. And the ability to use the sixth sense like this takes time and comes after you've applied the principle in this book. It doesn't often come before the age of 40, and usually if it comes at all, it will appear well past your 50. I may not have I know I haven't mastered the sixth sense, but I intend to. Based on what I want to do, I need to master the sixth sense. Remember, it's not required for most of you guys. We're going to add it to our list of things to do. And only the ones that are really serious and have big, stupendous ambitions need to really kind of tap into this sixth sense. I know I'm going to. So that's chapter 14, ladies and gentlemen. That is chapter 14. Hold on one second. Let me throw up this book. Boom. Homework, ladies and gentlemen. Netflix and Hulu, After Earth. I should throw a watch party. I should invite some of you guys to my house. If you're in Los Angeles, we should do a fucking watch party. You know, you can do a watch party on iPhones now where two people can watch the same movie at the same time. And then there's a little screen of you watching each other. Like the camera is recording you, but the screen is the movie, but you guys are in sync and you're watching the same thing at the same time. So like if you are at a distance, you and your bae can like watch a movie. I think it even does group people. I'm not sure. I know my portal does it because I have a portal from Facebook. I know it kind of does it for Facebook shit. And I think the iPhone FaceTime does it now. The newest FaceTime on the latest operation system does it. I haven't tried it. I haven't tested it yet. I don't have anybody to watch movies with. But I think that's an option. But if not, I'll think about it today. Like, you know, if you guys are in the LA area, because there's a few people in LA. You know, we got Marvelette, we got Miss Parker, we got Kimberly. Like, y'all, why don't y'all pull up? Come over to Shan's house and we sit down, fucking make a pallet, order some pizza, get some snacks and shit, pour some wine, and watch After Earth together. Marvelette said she'll bring dinner. Marvelette say, yo, let's do it. Miss Drea says, no, team, but it's not just that. No. Okay, first of all, you can FaceTime Androids now. But what happens is if you want to FaceTime somebody on an Android, you send a link and it works. It's almost just like camming up on here. So you can FaceTime, iPhones can FaceTime Androids now. Will this shared movie experience work with Androids between an Android and an iPhone? I don't know, and I don't think it will. I don't know, but I don't think it will. I'm not sure. I haven't even tried it iPhone to iPhone. So I just need to test. I haven't given it a shot myself. Miss Parker was like, Marvelette can cook. Miss Drea said, let's do it. Miss Drea, you're not in Los Angeles. Where are you at, Miss Drea? Are you in LA? Oh, what? So StreamYard has a watch party? StreamYard and Zoom has a watch party? I mean, I guess technically I could just throw it up on the screen. I mean, hell, I could do a watch party right here in my software and be like, yo, this is what we're getting ready to watch. Although you can't make it public because it's illegal. But I could technically stream my Netflix across, fuck. Should we do that tonight, you guys? Should I figure out a way that we're all going to watch After Earth? And you have to have the private link to get it. You got to be in, I have a Zoom account. I don't have the professional Zoom account. I guess I can just buy it. I don't have the pro account. I can probably just buy it and be like, yo, we going to watch this movie tonight. And I need you guys to tap. Here's the Zoom account. Tap in. We're going to be watching After Earth tonight. Oh my God, damn. I need to call Marvelette. Because you got to watch this movie. Before we get to chapter 15, you have to watch this movie After Earth. If you've seen it before and you haven't seen it in a long time, you got to watch it. Unless you saw this movie in the last 60 days. Unless you saw it in the last 2 months, you have to watch it. If you saw it, if it's been over 60 days, you got to watch it again. If it's been over 60 days, you got to watch it again. You got to watch it again. Miss Parker said she's coming over in person. Or do it in Zoom. Princessa, how would I get the link to you? Oh, I would go live. I would set up so here's the process of us watching a shared movie together. I would go live. First of all, I just give everybody my phone number and be like, yo, text me. Shoot me a text. All right. You shoot me a text. I'll be like, boom, here's the link. That's done. But I would go live on YouTube. I would have the live set up early to say, yo, here's the watch party. So you would get the notification that Shannon's getting ready to go live. And then we'd go live. And then when I go live, I'd be like, hey guys, I'm only here for 5 minutes. Here's the information you need. And I'd give everybody the link right there in the live. I'd put the link in the chat and be like, okay, cool. In 5 minutes, we're getting ready to go. I'm firing up the show. And then I'd fire up the show. So all you got to do is be a member. All you got to do is be a subscriber to my channel. All you got to do is be a subscriber to damn, should that be another member perk? Weekly movie? See, you guys get this YouTube shit is starting to become fun. Should that be another member perk? We do a weekly movie every night. Me and the members do a weekly movie. And I'm talking about shit that I pay for. I'm talking about I'm talking like The Matrix that just came out. It's only for my members. It's not available to the public. It's not available to anybody. Is it illegal? Probably, but fuck it. I'm a film producer. I could call a few friends. I used to be a member of the MPAA, the Motion Picture Association of America. I got some friends over there. I'm like, look, man, this is what I'm doing. Kind of like, just look past me. Let's look, it's only me and a couple of my homies. That should be another member perk that we do movies. We watch a movie a week together in high definition. If I could figure out, if Zoom or StreamYard. I don't have StreamYard. I do have StreamYard. I got both StreamYard and Restream, although I have a professional paid account at Restream. If there's a way for me to display movies in high definition to the people that's watching, that'd be. See, the problem with StreamYard is, you guys, it still have to come through. I could do it through my YouTube. I could do it through my Facebook account. Facebook, I could do it through. I don't know. I got to figure it out. I got to look. I got to. You guys. Okay. First of all, I'm getting ahead of myself. 1, we have to watch After Earth before Friday. 2, I'm gonna see if I can get a watch party together today. Today is Wednesday. Sometime today, sometime this evening, and it'll probably be in the evening, late night, where everybody's eating dinner, everybody's relaxed, everybody's calmed down, and we could just take an hour and a half and watch a movie together. And I'd like it to be a chat. Wherever we are, there needs to be some way that we can chat with each other, so we could talk about particular scenes and shit like that. My internet here is fast enough to do all of that. I got like the best internet. Ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Princessa, she says, I'm down. I haven't been pulled into the back chat. Okay, Princessa, I'll take a look and see why you aren't. Princess, I can't see the members right now, and I can't see what level that you are, so I'll take a look and see if you're supposed to be in the back chat. If not, I'll email me, Princessa. Email me, please. Email me. It's soldiers@shannonrawls.com. That comes to me. Like chat winner at Shannon Rawls and super chat at Shannon Rawls doesn't come to me. That goes to my associates. Soldiers@shannonrawls.com comes straight to me. I get that, comes to my inbox. It's routed straight to me. So email me. I'll get you squared away. I gotta get Jonathan Barronville squared away too. I need to write that down. How many people still use Post-it notes? I used to dread Post-it notes. I used to teach offices how to be really efficient, and I would tell them, throw away all your fucking Post-it notes, because people would have Post-it notes going all the way around their computers. And I'd be like, that's ugly. It's a bad look. But keep one pad for quick thoughts. Like right now, Princessa and Jonathan Barronville membership fix. So I got to take a look and see what's going on with that. So would you guys like that though tonight, that we all get together somehow and watch After Earth, even if I have to bootleg it and pipe the shit in? Because I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, you guys. I'll figure it out. This way, it's not just a watch party for my friends here in LA. We're all of us, no matter where we are, we can watch it. I want you guys, we have to watch this movie because it speaks on fear, false evidence appearing real. And our last chapter in this book is all about fear. My last chapter in this book is all about fear. Let's see me scroll down. What's up, Chaos? Chaos Rain is here. Yeah, let's do it. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. That's on my task list of things to do this afternoon. I'm going live on High Value Shan this afternoon, so you guys make sure that you subscribe. Please make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. I'm going live today on High Value Shan. We have a topic to talk about. Please subscribe to the channel, and when you subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified. And when you hit it, you got to and then don't just hit it. You got to say, get notified of all of his shit, not just like the customized. Select it, hit the bell, and then choose all. Make sure you please like this video. We're only at 29 likes, you guys. We're only at 29 likes. Can we get some likes, y'all? We used to get like 50. It's with the same amount of people that's here now. Why y'all hoarding the likes? You got unlimited likes. Why I can't have one? You got unlimited likes and I can't get one? You got unlimited likes and I can't get one? What's up with that? Lakeisha said, I need the back link channel. Now, remember, the back channel is for the full-time soldiers and above. It's not for every member. It's for the full-time soldiers. So you got to be full-time and up. So my associate is only sending the invite to the back channel to people that's full-time. So I'm not sure if you guys are all full-time. It's not for everybody. And there's 2 levels to it. There's a mastermind level, which is just for the special forces soldiers. And then there's full-time and Army Rangers. Those and special forces, those get the other back channel. So we have a back channel. They be talking too. They in there talking about money. I read it, but like RCC and Ace seniors in there. They be talking about money. They in there talking about real estate and talking about cars and shit and building fleets and making. I think I read something about somebody making or how to make $4 million a year. It's working. Even with the few people that's in it now, it's working as intended. There, I could feel through a hunch, those brothers and sisters in there getting their brain, their minds are spinning just by association with other people who has like-minded thinking. Through like-minded thinking, I could see them making shit happen, even if it's on a small scale or even if it's only local. So there's that. There's that. Steven says, how do you get into the back chat? It's part of the membership. So right here, everybody, I want you guys to all join the membership. Join the membership. The back channel is for full-time soldiers only. So if you click on, if you're watching this video and you are on your smartphone, you probably won't see the join button. If you're on a computer or an iPad or a larger screen, or you're looking at YouTube on your browser and you're saying, show me the desktop version, you will see it. So you could see it on your smartphone. You just can't use the YouTube app. You just got to go to youtube.com on Safari or on Chrome and then look at the desktop version of my page and you'll see a button that says join. Hit the join button and then boom, just like that. You can join the membership. It's great. Trust me, it's worth it. And I got a lot more stuff coming for everybody there. You should see my task list for today. I got a task list just for today that I got to do before the next live. And everything on that task list for today is for the members. It's just for the members. So yeah, you guys step into the membership, join the army. We're not the U.S. Army. We're the SR Army. It's perks like this. And now I'm thinking, damn, would that be a great thing that I was to go ahead? Because I'll have no problem paying whatever amount of money I need to pay to get the movies that we should watch that's going to be edifying to that will help us become better. Not just entertainment shit, not just regular shit, not some funny comedies and stuff like that. I'm talking about movies that we need to watch. Maybe sometimes documentaries. It's like, yo, this is what we watching this week. And I blast that out. I would make this available to every member. No matter what level you're on. The weekly movie would be available to every member. This perk will be available to every member, no matter what level you're on. And we do this watch party, same time, same night, every week. Same time, same night, every week. And I would make it so, I wonder if I should make it so you guys get to vote on what's next. Which of these movies do you want to watch next week? Vote. Because I have a members only voting section. So you guys pick, I'll pick the 4 options, and then of the 4, you pick what's next. And then the highest vote, that's what we watch. And then we watch that next week, and you just sit back, just like you watching YouTube now on your phone. You sit back and watch it, but you don't have to pay for it. Your boy Shan paid for it. I covered it. And then we could talk about it. Oh man, you guys have got money. Thank you. I'm trying to bring value to you. You guys give me these super chats and shit. You guys, you're paying for this membership. Man, you gotta get a return on your investments. Some of you guys, I'll never be able to pay you back. You guys invest so much. You bless so much. I won't be able to pay you back. But you're going to get a return on your investment in some degree. And it's not going to just be me talking to you. It's gonna be more than that. So yeah, we might do that. So number one, we all have to watch this movie. We all have to watch this movie After Earth before Friday. 2, I'm gonna try to figure out how we can all watch it together tonight, Wednesday night, today, this evening, some hours from now, together. 3, add movie watching perk to the membership section. And that's it. This idea was spawned 10 minutes ago. This idea was spawned 10 minutes ago. This is what a master... Okay, so listen, this is how mastermind groups work. Do you realize that I was racking my brain when I had created the membership section over here at YouTube? I was like, man, what can I give these people? I need to give them something that's worthy of them paying me $3 a month. If they're going to pay $3 a month, what can I give them in value as a return on their investment? I'm racking my brain thinking like, what can I do, man? I got to be able to do something. But when you get with a mastermind group, when you get with other people, shit happens. When you get with other people, shit just happens. I wouldn't have thought of this. Wouldn't have even came to my mind, but because of you guys, because of this show that we're doing right now, this popped in my head. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Marvy. Hey, Marvy. Marvy over there hit us with the super chat. It's all love, she says. Marvy like, Shan, it's all love, baby. Hit us with the $10 super chat. Soldiers, throw your ones up for Marvelette. Soldiers, throw your ones up for Marvelette. Oh, man, I'm excited about the movie thing. I'm excited about the movie thing. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you being here. Stay tuned. All subscribers will get notified of the film. Today, this movie here, After Earth, is available for everybody. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to be a member. You do not have to be a member. We're all going to watch After Earth. Everybody that's subscribed is going to watch the movie After Earth with us. Everybody throw your ones up to Javaro. Oh, y'all hitting me all kind of ways now. Everybody throw your ones up to Javaro Forbes. He has nothing to say. He just wanted to bless the channel with $10. That's what I'm talking about. When you guys are blessing me with that kind of stuff, it's like, well, okay, so like for instance, Javaro just paid for the movie. Javaro and Marvelette, but let's put it on Javaro. Javaro just sponsored the movie tonight. He's like, yo, man, here's $10, Shan. He ain't had nothing to say. Like Marvy, she's like, all love. You think I don't want this movie so I can go shopping. I don't want, this money. I don't need to go get me a new pair of J's. I want to see how I can take this money and make it valuable for everybody. So Javaro is the sponsor of the movie. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say the sponsor, we're going to do a movie sponsor. Let me write it on my notes. The movie sponsor, because I can't imagine it costing me more than $10, right? So it's gonna be like, yo, the sponsor of tonight's movie is Javaro Forbes. Shout out to Javaro Forbes for a sponsor of this movie. That's how it works, you guys. Everybody, throw your ones up for Javaro. Then we got Christian Alexander. He said, Shan, don't forget about the supplement of affiliate links under the page. Yes, let me write that down. Post supplements. Links. I'm gonna make a video. I'm going to make a video, Christian. I'm going to make a video. And Christian, because he reminded me, he's the sponsor of that video. Christian is going to be the sponsor.
Welcome
I'm gonna do a quick
to the real world.
I'm gonna do a quick video on my supplements. I'm gonna do it with my iPhone so I can show you guys what I have. And then in that video description, I'm gonna have links to go buy everything. It's gonna be direct links. I'm not one of those affiliates that get paid every time you buy. I get a little few. No, I'm not. Fuck that. I'm gonna just give you the direct links to go buy what you need. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, get something similar. But the things at 50 years old, what I'm taking at 50 years old, everybody needs to take. Also, I have a chart that tells everybody at what age they should be taking certain supplements. I'll post that. And so thanks to my man, Christian, I'm going to make a video in the description. I'm going to have the chart of what you should be taking. And I'm going to also have the links to the stuff that I personally take to keep me healthy and strong and excited and vigorous and young looking and handsome as I am. You got it. Listen, you guys, I appreciate you guys. You'll be hearing from me again today. I'm gonna have to go. So I'm gonna go live with a High Value Shan show today, and then I'm also gonna go live again so we can all watch After Earth. There's gonna be another quick live, and then I'm gonna figure out the technology. It's gonna be something that you all can use. It'll either be over here at YouTube, or it's gonna be at Zoom, or it's gonna be some kind of. I'll figure this shit out. I don't know how I'll figure it out, but I'm gonna figure it out some way. I'm gonna figure it out some way. All right. I appreciate you guys. Incoming. Hold on 1 second. I'm scrolling. Sherry, everybody throw your ones up for Sherry. That's her second super chat of the day, right? That's her second super chat of the day. Everybody throw your ones up for Sherry. Sherry became a soldier today. Everybody salute. Everybody salute Sherry. She became one of the soldiers. You see her rank? She has rank next to her name. She has rank next to her name. And then Sherry says, Shan, I absolutely love how you celebrate your viewers. It's the hypeness for me. Thank you, Sherry. She's speaking of other channels that take your money and then just be like, oh, thank you. And then keep on going. And people do that. I can't do that over here. One thing's for sure, I'll never have a channel so big that I'm not acknowledging everybody that contributes to the channel permanently burned into the screen. Right now, I got it big with the explosion and stuff that's going on right here. The big explosion and all of that. But I'm never taking that away. I don't care if I get to millions of followers. It's going to be somewhere that I'm going to acknowledge everybody who contributes any amount of money on the show. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you. Everybody throw your ones up for Sherry. Everybody give her a salute for becoming a member of a soldier in the SR Army today. Hoorah. I keep forgetting my man Al Pacino. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, join the membership section. I got some work to do. I got to figure out how I'm gonna work all this out today. My name is Mr. Shannon Rawls. Thank you for reading along with us. Remember, reading is the way to expand your mind and your bank account. Tune in next time to Rich People Read. And before we go, we are going to do our giveaway. Let's close the entries. Wait for the system to recognize that the entries are closed. Boom, entries are closed. And the new winner is RG, Bridging the Gap. Bridging the Gap. The system is going to say it in the 2 seconds. I think. There it is. RG is the winner. Follow the instructions. RG Purdue is the winner. For those that don't know, I do a giveaway every live. All you got to do is type salute in the chat and you get a gift card. So RG, you know what to do. Send over your email and we'll take care of it from there. For the people that won yesterday, they haven't taken care of it yet. They're going to take care of you guys today. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. My name is Mr. Shannon. Tune in next time to Rich People Read. I appreciate all of you. And you, my friends, are dismissed.
Yeah. Escucha. Mío en tu habitación, solo los 2 segundos que hay que detener. Porque si no siento tu voz o tu olor, te extraño y te quiero ver. pa' tenerte de una vez, pa' no poderte perder. Dulce, eres mi bombón, te quiero melocotón. Por ti corro un maratón, solo de la dirección. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor, pa' mí no es suficiente, yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión, somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta, todas esas noches tan soñadas, que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Mira, somos perfectos, es algo indiscutible. Mi estilo y tu estilo no están disponibles. Solo soy sensible cuando te tengo porque eres irresistible. Tus labios combinan con tus ojos, porque eres tan pretty que hasta yo de eso me antojo. Chica, necesito mis anteojos, quiero verte en noche hermosa de todos modos. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor, a mí no es suficiente, yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión, somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta, todas esas noches tan soñadas, que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Tanto me falta, todas esas noches tan soñadas, que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada.